Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Let's see what the Solana chart is doing. The chart dipped into the B wave support area that I talked about in yesterday's update. Price eventually did respect very well that $184 level, which is a key target, or not only a key target, it was a key resistance level that I was very clear about. And these levels can be strategic points where you might want to consider to take profits. Now, looking backward, that's always easy to say, but I was very clear about that $184 level and that this is one key resistance level. So it's just generally, it can be best practice to take at least some partial profits in resistance areas or as we approach those key pivots. But that's just maybe for the future. We're now in the next support area, and there are two wave counts I'm observing here. Primarily on this chart. There is one in which a larger degree top is already in. I explained that. That's for me only the alternative at the moment. But it is also one of the likely scenarios. So in this count, we're dealing with a WXY structure. And the Y wave consists of an A, B, C, in which the A wave was a 3-wave move, the B wave as well, and the C wave actually a pretty clear 5-wave move. I mentioned to you when we approached this $184 level that I can count 5 waves complete, and that might be wave C in yellow or wave A in orange. So we're going to talk about that. But overall, whenever we can count a structure complete, doesn't mean it has to pull back, but it just increases the risk. So in this count, the top could be in wave B. Why is it only the alternative? Because a WXY pattern is never my most probable scenario. It's possible though. In this case, I would need to see a break below $147.74 to confirm that top is in place in wave B. At the moment, we don't have a 5-wave move down, and we also don't have a break below support. So I still focus on the orange count until the market tells me that I need to focus on yellow. What's the orange count? It's also a B wave rally, but it allows for more upside. In this count, I'm tracking an A, B, C with an extended C wave in which we deal with a 1, a 2. This is not the wave 3, but it is the A wave of the third wave. So we're dealing with a diagonal here. Then a B wave pullback, C wave rally, then a 4-5. At least that's sort of what I consider at the moment. These counts, they only give us support regions. They don't have to play out, but they give us support levels, pivots to watch, like the 100% extension level up there at $184. And now this support zone here, with the next support levels being 161.30, 155.56, and 147.74. If we zoom in a little bit more, you can see here the structure of that pullback. Bit difficult to say what it is, but I've decided to call this here an initial ABC. That's how I had it already yesterday. But it's a 3-wave move, but the correction was clearly not finished. So I'm labeling that wave W, okay, because, well, it's a 3-wave move, but the correction wasn't finished. So it's turning into a more extended correction. Then we have an X wave here. WX, and this would now be a Y wave. So I'm tracking possibly another ABC structure. This here could be the A wave. I've added a resistance area to the chart, and then we could get one more low in wave C. Now, there's another way of labeling it. I could easily say the wave WX, and then this is ABC, and that's it. That would extend the wave Y quite a bit, but it's possible. So therefore, I added the resistance area, which would tell us when most likely this correction is over. It doesn't have to be over, but it most likely, because if I'm tracking this as an ABC, then the B wave should normally not, in a double zigzag, which it seems to be, get above $177. It can do, but again, it's all about probability. So the first indication that a more substantial low is in place in this B wave would be a break above $177. If we then also break above the X wave high at 181, well, that's further confirmation, followed by a break above 184, this B wave high. So, but overall, these are the areas where I'm watching for a potential reversal. Between 161.30 is the next support and 147.74. That means the price could be ready for a small corrective bounce today. And if it's a strong bounce, we might already be in the C wave to the upside. So at the moment, I'm tracking either direct upside or after one more low, which is currently according to the microstructure. Yeah, but below 147.74, the yellow count will take the lead, and it will likely send us down to, I'd say, at least 119, possibly lower, but we're going to track it then in more detail if we see that this support region is breaking. Important here to note as well that for the orange wave count, the 147.74 level is not an invalidation point, it's ideal support. The invalidation point is actually the wave 2 low. Okay, so I mean, that's the formal invalidation point. The B wave, though, it can go deeper than the support area, no problem. It's just all about when do probabilities start to shift, and that's below the support area. That's why I said that is when yellow will start to take the lead. Doesn't mean yellow has to work out. It's all about, okay, what are the key supports, what are the key resistances, no crystal balling here. It's all about what are the key pivots and where should the price show a reaction in a certain, if it's following a certain roadmap. And okay, if it's not, then it's likely following the other one. One of these should typically be followed. Yeah, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.